Good morning, everybody. Haven't been really much around the last couple of days. I went to the doctor and that does a number on me. So yesterday, pretty much, other than maybe for 10 minutes, which I went on to, I can't remember who, what live. Then I went back to bed and didn't wake up till last night, 10 o'clock. So I've been like sleeping. It does that to me when I go to the doctor. But what I was doing was I was just playing with half square triangles, which, as many of you know, most people refer to them as HSTs. But I was just cutting a bunch of little half square triangles, no particular design in mind, nothing. And I'm always taking half square triangles and just seeing if I can come up with some different designs or something that's different. I like blocks that are different. I got something on my lap, so I was trying to keep it down there, so you'll see what it is shortly. So, as most people, these are just 4 half square triangles, and however you create your triangles, it's, some of them you can. And it doesn't matter how you create them. It's 2 at a time, 4 at a time. I prefer the ones that 8 at a time. And that's especially when I'm in need of several half square triangles that are all the same 2 colors. Because it's just easier when you need multiple of the same type of color. And if you're not, it's easier just to create 2 at a time. Then you don't have to worry about having a massive amount. But what I was doing is there's several types of half square triangle combinations you can do. But one of them is one I'm sure most of you have seen. It's usually done as a center block, and it's a square and a square. And it looks something like this, where you'll have your dark color and your light, and it's usually done a really, really light color or a white. When you do it in white, it's real predominant. And this one looks like this. If I can get them on here straight, kind of, sort of. Looks like this, where you put your white color all 4 to the center, like this. And that's called a square and a square. Looks like that. Or we're going to go this way, and we have our square and a square. And again, it's just 4 half square triangles. So we can take this same 4 triangles, half square triangles, okay, and we can change it, and we can make what is better known as a chevron block. Chevron block looks like this. Put you here, where the 2 darkest colors are in the center. Looks like flying geese in some ways, except it's done with 2 half square triangles, and that's not what we're creating. Is not flying geese. We're creating a chevron. And this one, for the second half of the chevron, you put the white to the center. That creates a chevron. And you'll see them a lot of quilts. They'll go up and down, sideways, and whatever. So you got your half square, or got your chevron. So now we have a chevron. Get there. Let's put you over here so you can stay within the camera. Okay. So you got your chevron, and you got your square and a square. Now the third block, and there's a funny story that goes along with this one. it is actually called a broken dish. Or some people have started referring to it as the leaky dish, but it's actually a broken dish block. Excuse me. And how this one is created is 4 half square triangles. You take one of your half square triangles like this, point one color this way and the opposite corner goes the same color to where these are the same, and then you two take two white to the center and white to the center, and thus you have what they call a broken dish, leaky dish, or this way. Okay, so you got those 3. Now let's take these 4 down. Let me put up the broken dish. These are sewed together, that's why okay. Now, these are the three that most people talk about. They're the most ones that people deal with. Now, what would happen, even though these are used in combinations of other blocks, you'll see them in various blocks. In this is generally used as a center block or a corner, or combinations. You'll see these within different quilts, or the blocks will come together and form these type of blocks together. But what would happen if we took these same 3 blocks and made one big block, but only using these 3 blocks? Okay, say as an example, we wanted to do something like this. Okay, except put 4 of the broken dish blocks on each corner. Okay, so you'd have 4 in each corner. Then with your chevron block, you're going to fill in, and I wonder what that would look like. It would be a different block, a very large block. So how about let's take a look at one that was put together. Let's see what she looks like. And here's one where it's completely put together. And I'll bring it up closer to the camera so you can see. So you have there's your 3 blocks, your square and a square, the chevron, and the leaky dish. But now if you combine them together, you have your square and a square, your chevron on each side, and then the leaky dish, which are 4 different colors. Now this would be fine if someone wanted to do it, there we go. If someone wanted to do it, say as an example, the chevron blocks were all the same color, and then your broken dish were all the same color, and then you had your center block. And you could actually make this center block 4 different colors if you choose. This would be, or you don't even have to have this center part white. You could have it pretty much any color you wanted to. It's just a way. But I thought that really looked cool. I thought I had seen it done by somebody, but I couldn't remember who did it. So I just put it together, and as you know, I like the scrappy, and I'm trying to, there we go. I like the scrappy. The scrappier the better. I did the calculations for these. If you was to make this is a big block. It would take 9 of these, put them together. You got 3 down and 3 across, and to create 9 of these, just like this. And the quilt, if you did it, ends up being 91 by 91 inches. So it is a big block. I mean, you could make it 3 across and 4 down, or 4 across and 4 down. Really be big. But that is a big block. Or it would make a good wall hanging. This area, because it's white, you could put an applique on it. It would look nice as an applique, and it would be fine. My camera, sorry about that. I had to, it's one of these days I'll get a different camera. There. And it doesn't autofocus very well. This is what it looks like. But it was just a quick idea for something different. Just something different that you could do with a half square triangle. And again, it doesn't matter how you make them, whether you make them 2, 4, or 8, or 16, or however you want to make your half square triangles, and as well as the size of your half square triangles. I don't know that I want to try to do this with 3-inch or 2-inch, but these are, my blocks here are actually 4.5-inch blocks, because I just cut them down to 4.5-inch, because it seemed like there was a little more. You get any bigger than that, and the block gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And this block is actually quite large. It's as it sits right now, it is 23 by 23. So it is a big block, and that's of course unfinished. It's not finished around the sides, so it is a big block. So when it's also together and everything, and then you're talking, with a 4 or 5 inch border, that's how you get to the 91 by 91. So I know this is a short video, but I just thought I would say hi out there, and hopefully I don't sleep anymore. I'm tired of sleeping. But I'm trying to catch up on a few of the lives, but it's when you're going, oh, I need some more sleep, but no, I don't want to sleep anymore. I slept most of the day yesterday, other than very few minutes, and I got onto a live, and then I just couldn't stay awake. It just, going to a doctor takes it out on me, because it's a long drive. It's like 2 hours to get there, 2 hours drive back, and then you're sitting there waiting. It's like, seriously, I just want to go back home. And then the walking, walking is okay unless you're walking upstairs, and elevators are the worst. They bother me, like going up and so it's it takes a lot out of me. So, but again, I'll try to catch some of the lives today, hopefully. I was on Leanna's for a little while this morning, and then I had to, I couldn't see anymore to see the chat, so I was just listening to her, and I just kind of left early, because sometimes without seeing the chat, it's just hard listening to a channel when you can't interact with the chat, because everybody is just so funny, and it is hard to do a live video and see what's going on in the chat. It really, really is. It's hard. It's hard. But anyway, hopefully everyone is having a great weekend. If you're one that celebrates the holidays, I hope you enjoy your holidays, eating whatever you do eat on Easter. I guess it's like ham and scalloped potatoes, or whatever most people eat. And if you got little ones, you run around and hide the eggs, and little ones find them, and lots of fun stuff. So in the meantime, everybody hit like and subscribe, and I will talk to everyone later. Thank you, and bye-bye.